Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host, Chris. Thank you for joining me once again. All right, guys, so a very special beer tonight. This, my friends, is from Boulevard Brewing. This is their Saison-Brett, which comes in at 8.5%. It is basically their Boulevard's Tank Number 7, which is another member of the Smokestack series, which I personally think is one of the best Saisons produced in the world. Bar none, just fantastic stuff. And what they do is they dry hop the hell out of it. They add Brett to it, Brettanomyces to it, which is a wild yeast strain. This is batch number 2, this particular bottle, which was bottled in 2009. So I am really looking forward to this one. It's going to have some nice age on it. There was a newer batch out than this, so you can still check it out, maybe if you're lucky. But with that said, guys, let's get this one to a glass so you know how it smells, tastes, and give you the verdict on Boulevard's Saison-Brett. All right, guys, so the appearance on the Saison-Brett is magical, to say the least. It is a beautiful, beautiful straw yellow, very, very light, kind of a crisp orange. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, there was probably 4 or 5 fingers worth of really, really pure white head on there. Tons of carbonation coming out the bottom of the glass, hazy as hell. With the Brett in this beer, you know, I wouldn't expect a clear beer at all, but the wild yeast really, really helps the carbonation, as you guys can see. Just a beautiful, beautiful beer. The aroma on the Saison-Brett, I think this is going to be a treat. It smells like the best Saison you've ever smelled. There's pepper notes in there. There's light citrus notes, lemon peel, orange zest coming through. There's a big, big breadiness in here coming through, a sweet malt character coming through. And then the Brett really, really steps up to the plate. It's just a wet hay, kind of a fresh cut field after a rainstorm kind of smell to it. Definitely a level of funk there, but it's not nearly as prominent as I thought it was going to be. It's very, very pleasant. It mixes nicely with the slight citrus notes of the actual Saison, and the breadiness and the sweetness really, really helps to kind of cut that, what some people consider an unpleasant aroma. And I don't think that, but I mean, I can see how this would, it's a very, very awesome, awesome, balanced smelling, funky beer. Just great stuff. First thing that hits you right in the front of the tongue is a slight hop bitterness, immediately followed by almost a champagne type carbonation to the taste. Middle of the tongue, by the middle of the tongue, your palate's basically completely cleaned, ready and set up for the next flavors. You're getting the lemon zest, the orange characters. There's a really kind of sweet, overly ripe citrus fruit taste to it. Coats the mouth with like this sweet Belgian breadiness quality to it. Back of the tongue, nice dry, again, champagne, white wine type finish to it. And the aftertaste is more of it's a light kind of subdued barnyard funkiness quality definitely is there, mixed with that kind of sweet, ripe fruit to it. Definitely getting some peppery quality to it, some spiciness. Spiciness definitely coming through in this one. Blends so nicely with that Brett yeast. They really help to kind of play off of one another and really blend and match each other nicely. Just an absolutely perfectly blended, wild type of Saison. Just great, great stuff. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Saison-Brett, the 8.5% wild Saison from Boulevard Brewing. Very limited availability, available once or twice a year, like I said. Guys, I gotta give this one an A. It is just an absolutely world-class beer. Again, one of the best Saisons that I've ever had. This and Tank 7 are just 2 top-notch Belgian beers. The Brett, this is a perfect example of what Brett can do for a beer. But with this beer, they add that Brett to it, and you get that funkiness, kind of that earthiness, spiciness that really helps to cut some of the Tank 7 characters and kind of does its own thing. It makes its own kind of characteristic. And this beer is only going to improve with age. 5 years out from now, I would love to try a bottle of this. I'm sure this is going to be fantastic. So with that said, guys, I got to give this one an A. Just phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. And remember, folks, life is too short. Drink amazing beers like the Saison-Brett. Cheers, guys.